Hello, my name is Christy. I go by Chris D. Lynn, and I'm in the middle of documenting my author journey. Here on this channel, we talk about books, we talk about writing, and we talk about whatever creative thing I am interested in the moment. And today, we're going to talk about LTUE. Let me explain. So let's get started. So last week, I went to the Life, Universe, and Everything Symposium. I volunteered. That's why it says staff. This is my second year of volunteering. And so the symposium is called Life, Universe, and Everything. It kind of has the theme of Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy. This year was its 42nd year, so that was a big deal. They played this QR code game throughout the symposium, so that was fun. That was a lot of fun. I've been going to this thing since I was in college. So it's kind of like my once a year thing that I actually really love. It recharges my creative batteries in a way that I can't explain. And I get to chat with people. So it's a social experience too. Something I really love about this symposium is that it's writers helping other writers. So that's fun to do as well. I chatted with the guy who started this symposium in the beginning, and he said, like, back in the day, if you wanted to geek out about things you were passionate in, because the symposium is about fantasy, science fiction, artwork, gaming, writing, it's that kind of thing. And he said, like, when you were passionate about the things you wanted to geek out in, you had to either do the snail mail and do it the slow, long way, or you organize a symposium to get people you wanted to talk to there to talk to about. So I thought that was really interesting, and I had a lot of fun this year. Okay, so when I went to this symposium, I had all intentions to start vlogging, because that's kind of what I want to do on this channel, is do a whole bunch of vlogs and share some of these experiences I have with within my writing world kind of thing. But when I got there, I just got so busy with my volunteer duties. I got busy chatting with people, because while I'm there, I do a lot of chatting. I talk a lot. I'm really good at gabbing. And I have fun while I'm there, and I live in the moment. So I didn't do any recording whatsoever. So that's why I'm doing this video. It's a little chilly outside. That's why I'm doing this video, is because I'm gonna chat about the experience I had at the symposium. Okay, a little bit of a tangent. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I do make videos from my car because I'm a busy mom, and right now this is the space I have to work with. So there's that for you. Before I forget, let me mention this. So at the symposium, they invite editors and agents from other small press, local publishing houses. Okay. And a lot of what writers do is they come to these pitch sessions and they pitch their book, mostly out of practice, just to practice it, because sometimes as authors, we aren't very good at social skills. So I decided to pitch my cyberpunk romance that I've been working on for a while. I decided to pitch it, and he wants chapters. So I'm really glad that I did. I'm really thankful for this experience. And since I said I'm documenting my author journey, I thought I'd share my good news. I haven't submitted it yet because I want to make sure my manuscript is as polished as it can be before I do. I need to make sure I have that good step forward before I submit it. But it's going to happen in the next few days. So that is exciting news. I'm so excited, guys. Okay, so to do a little name dropping here, I went to Dan Wells. He's an author. He does, let's see, what book did he write? He's most famous for his I'm Not a Serial Killer series. And then he does the Writing Excuse podcast, and he also does a lot of podcast with Brandon Sanderson. So that's something. He was there this year. He did the keynote speech. Funny backstage drama about this seminar this year. Someone else was supposed to do the keynote speech, and it was probably like, I can't remember who. And they were probably really excited about it. But what happened was the week before, there's this other writing convention that's kind of local that had a bit of a COVID outbreak. And so a lot of people that were planning on coming to this symposium and went to that writing convention thing couldn't make it. So Dan Wells last minute had to do the keynote speech. And it was really funny. And I really, really liked it. I had a lot of fun. About the writing, the gaming retreat thing, I'm going to go to it this next year. So it's one of the things me and my husband really like. So I have fun with that. That was a little bit of a ramble, but yeah, so that's something that happened that was kind of fun at the seminar. And it was really nice seeing Dan Wells because he recognized me and he treated me like an equal. Is that the right word? Anyway, it was just nice that he treated me with kindness and greeted me and said hi every time I saw him. So that was sweet of him. And I don't know, it feels good. Can I say that? Okay, I'm done rambling. I really like LTUE as a symposium. If you ever get the chance to come to it next year, I would really love to see you there. And then we can chat books, we can chat writing. And if you did come this year, leave a comment and let me know, because I would like to know who is there. And I do like chatting with people who come to this. I've been coming to the seminar for so many years that at this point, like, I guess I have one of those familiar faces. I got recognized more than I usually do. So that's because a lot of people are like me. They come year after year to this thing, and it's starting to get really big. I think this year was the biggest year yet, and it's growing, and I think that's awesome because as writers, writing can be a very solo experience. And I like this symposium. Did I call it a seminar? Anyway, I like this event because like I mentioned, it's writers and artists helping each other, and you're getting networking. It's one of those kind of insider networking kind of things. But it's also just, you get to chat with people who's passionate in the same things you are. And it's a very interesting vibe. It's my people. I found my group, and I thoroughly enjoy it every single year. So I highly recommend Life, Universe, and Everything Symposium. If you get the chance to go to it next year, please do. And then if you see me, come say hi. Okay, hi. I'm back home, and I realized there was more I wanted to talk to you about LTUE. So I'm going to show off some books that I've bought over the years of my time at going to this event. I didn't have a chance to buy any books this year because I just started talking to people and I didn't have time to chat. So first we're going to start off with authors that I met in person that I've bought in their books in years past, but saw them again at this event. So first one is this lovely lady here. She was at the event. I gotta say hi to her. She sent me this book when it first debuted. So I am only, halfway through this book. I lost my bookmark. I have a bad habit of picking up books and then forgetting I'm reading them after I put them down. But this book has a very, very unique magic system. I can't really explain it in this video. Also, if you like political intrigue kind of fantasy stories, this is one of those kind of stories. There's a little bit of a romance that's fun. I would compare this book to Jade City, how unique that story is. So they're both very unique standalone stories, of course, but yeah, if you like Jade City, you probably like this book. And I think, yeah, leave a comment. Let me know if you want me to talk more about this book, because it's very unique, very well written. And yeah, someday I will finish this book. It's just, sorry, got a little interrupted. Anyway, I do really like this book. It's very well written. In fact, let me read you the first line, because I just find the first line so captivating. Let's see here. It says, if ever Imelda had need for wings, it was the day of her father's funeral. Bad line reading, but it's a very captivating first line. It gives you a taste of what this book is about. It's highly intriguing, and I do really like it. Someday I will finish this book and I'll let you know more about it. But if you like political, multi-point of view, interesting magic systems, you're going to like this book. Okay, next book. This book here. So Samantha J. Rose is an old friend from high school, but she goes to this event as much as I do, and I loved seeing her there. So this is her book. She has 2 out. There's a sequel to this one, and I have not read this book yet, but I think I'm gonna put it to the top of my TBR pretty soon. So yeah, should we read if you want to pause and read the back. That is this book. Okay. So this book is probably, you've seen it before, you've heard it before, because Dan Wells is kind of a well-known author. It's not as big as Brandon Sanderson, but they are friends. And he was at the event. He was the keynote speaker. I'm glad he was there. It was really nice seeing him. Okay, next author is this guy. I don't know if you can see his name very well, but yeah, I see him there every single year. This year I was really busy with my volunteer duties, so I didn't get to sit and chat with him like I usually do. But here is the back. Let me scroll up. Anyway, so that's this book. I haven't read this book yet, but I also bought another one of his. And that would be this one. This one has some Peter Pan vibes. I did start reading it. I think I got to chapter 6 and then I stopped because there is some pretty heavy bullying in this book. And I just wasn't in the right mental health space to finish it. I am intrigued by it. He has a way of doing all 5 senses in the description that keeps you captivated. So I did like that about this book. I do plan to keep reading this book. I just don't know when yet. But so that is an author I've met and talked to, and he's usually at the event every single year. I bought this one last year and I've seen her at other author events. This book looks intriguing. So haven't read it yet, but thought I'd show it off. Here is the back. If you can read that. There we go. Okay. This book is I bought last year. I had so much fun chatting with this author last year. I didn't see her this year, but this is her book and it's not that long. So I have not read this book. We'll see. Then there's this one. I did start reading this one. This one was, I want to say, when did I buy this book? I think when my 10-year-old was a baby, I bought this book. So it's been out for a while now. It's a Snow White retelling and kind of a time traveler kind of thing. So here is, can you read that? I don't know if you can read this font. The font is a little weird on the screen. But anyway, here is this book. I will try to link these books in the description below so you guys can find them. But I have, oh, I think I might have the bookmark of where I'm at in this one. So I'm this far into the book. I'm on chapter 17. I started reading this book years ago, and it was just one of those things where I put it down and forgot I was reading it, because that happens to me more times than I care to admit. But I do enjoy this book. It has a very interesting premise, and it's a really unique take on the Snow White book, and I do like that cover. I think it's interesting. So that is one of the books. And then lastly, this one. This is a hardback. I haven't read this one. But this was like one of my first times going to the event. I don't know if you can read here what it's about. This is my first book I ever bought at one of these events, and I'm glad I did. I haven't read it yet just because it's been on my TBR for a while and I just haven't gotten around to reading it. But that's what the back looks like. This is the book, and yeah, okay. So that's my stack of books I have bought at the LTUE over the years, and there's a lot of interesting, fun authors there. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. I had a lot of fun, and check these books out. Support these authors because they're good people. So, all right, you guys have a good day, and we'll catch you later.